going to show you guys how I make my postpartum bath herbs. They smell amazing. They make amazing gifts for your pregnant mamas or your pregnant mom friends, or if you're pregnant, they will come and I'll show you guys how to make it. I already have the whole recipe made out on my Facebook page, which is The Garden Birth. So you'll have one of these cotton little sachets. I'll show you how to measure out the herbs. I'll show you what herbs I use. I'll tell you where I get them. Tell you which ones I would recommend avoiding if where to purchase from, because I've had some hiccups with some other companies that I used to buy from, which is not a shade thing. It's more of a time thing. Anyway, I'll get into that. So it's recommended usually to use a glass bowl. I can't find mine, so I'm using plastic. It'll be fine. Okay, so first I'm going to use not lavender. I'm looking for plantain. Okay, plantain. This one's by Star West Botanicals. You can get them directly on their website. You can get it on Amazon. It's really great. Oh, I guess I should also talk about maybe why you would want to use an herbal bath. So it promotes healing, reduces swelling, it's very calming. They're really great. You can use the sachet, you boil it in the water, which I'll leave all of the how-to in the description. But what you do is you just boil it in some water for about 30 minutes, or let it steep for 30 minutes. Then you can use the actual sachet after you wring it out. You can use this as a warm compress, which is really great. Feels amazing after you just have a baby. You can use the liquid and pour it into a peri bottle and use it as you use the bathroom. You can rinse off with it. You can use it in a sitz bath. You can use it actually in the bathtub. Baby can come in the bath with you. It's really great. Just make sure after the bath to make sure the cord area is completely dry before putting clothes on or a diaper. So just be aware of that. So first I'm going to take plantain leaf. It's very kind of grassy looking, cut grass. So actually, I'm going to do something smaller. Okay, you don't have to worry about what size you're going to use for your scoops. Just use the same one, and it's going to be in a ratio. So 3 scoops of whatever size you want of the plantain. The Star Wars Botanicals, they do sell organic, but some are not organic. So just make sure you get whatever your preference is. I prefer to buy organic. There's some that I cannot find anywhere that's not organic, but just keep that in mind. So 3 scoops of plantain. Then I'm going to head over to the calendula, which smells just like honey. It smells so good. Okay, so these are, since they're fuller flowers, you can grind them up if you want. I leave them whole because I think they're really pretty. So you're going to do 2 scoops. I usually do 2 heaping scoops because of the fullness of the flower. 2 scoops of calendula. Then I'm going to go over to witch hazel leaf. This one is organic and it's by Valley of Tea. It's just, oh my god, amazing. Cool. So, yeah, it's just a bag of witch hazel. I will say witch hazel is very floofy. It's very light, so just be careful. Don't get wind near it. Don't breathe near it. It will floof up very easily. So you're going to do 2 scoops of witch hazel. And witch hazel is amazing. If you've had a baby and you've used those Tux pads, that's witch hazel. So this is just the leaf. But feels great for promoting after birth healing. Then I'm going to go to lavender, and lavender is only going to get 1 scoop. Again, this one I got from Smellless Botanicals. Smells so good. So let's do that. And then you're going to go get chamomile. And the chamomile is also going to be 1 scoop, which also smells so good. It's a little bit more, but there's a lot of like powderiness on top, so it's fine. All right. So I'm gonna mix this all around. I usually just use my little scooper and just get it all well mixed together. If I used, for this one, I use a 1/3 cup for each scoop, it's going to make a ton. So if you do end up having more mixture than you do, so like see I have like a big flower, like I'll end up like ripping those apart if they're too big. But if you have too much mixture and you don't have enough like little cotton sachets, then I would put them in a mason jar. When I'm done mixing it all together and filling up my bags, whatever I've left over, just seal it in a mason jar and then put it like in a dark closet or just somewhere out of the sunlight and dry, in a dry place. Okay, so that's all mixed together nicely. I like to use the 4th scooper to fill this up because it fits better in like the opening. But I will take Epsom salt. I just put in here just because I didn't want extra bags. Okay, so whatever Epsom salt, make sure it's plain though. You want plain Epsom salt. I always do 2 tablespoons in the bottom of the bag. And it kind of weighs it down nicely too. But yeah, 2 tablespoons of Epsom salt in the bottom of the bag. I use the 1/4 scoop because it fits easily inside. And you're gonna want to do 2 scoops of this. All right, and sometimes I won't tie them just yet, and like I'll fill up my bags, and then if I have like just like a little bit left over, instead of storing it in a mason jar, I'll just fill it up the rest, like, you know, evenly distribute. So that's how you're gonna fill up your little cotton sachets. So I should probably mention this too. The sachets, I would not reuse them after they've been used as a warm compress. Would not use them again. You know, I feel like that could go without saying, but sometimes things need to be said. Okay, also, so I have ordered from Mountain Rose Herbs prior. Now, there's nothing wrong with the actual herbs themselves. I think they're great. They have a lot of really good organic options, but their shipping takes forever. You know, I ordered something, and I spent about $60 on their website. I ordered it, and it was like a little over like 2.5 weeks later, and it still hadn't shipped. I was confused by that, and so I messaged them. They're like, "Oh, it won't ship for at least 21 days, and then it's gonna be another like 8 days of shipping." So I just felt like that was a little ridiculous in my opinion. It didn't give me the option to do like speed up the shipping. So for that reason, I would say skip them. They can be a little bit pricier in general. Sometimes they can have the better deal, but not usually. But almost a month to get your product after you purchase it just seems a little expensive in my opinion. So if you want to buy from small businesses, these are small businesses and you can buy directly on their website. But if you like need it quickly, you can also get it on Amazon and get it like the 2-day shipping. So I did want to just mention that. So yeah, after you have filled up, I don't have enough for this one. Okay, so after you've filled up your little sachet, I'm gonna put just a little bit more in here because normally when I use this amount, I do end up adding just a tiny bit more. But you want to have about, I'd say about a little bit, 1/2 cup in your bags. So you just tie them up. Make sure they're tied really tight, so when you're boiling it, it doesn't slip out like from a hole in the top. So I will double knot it here. Then then I'll just tie a cute little bow because it just makes it look prettier. That's all. So you tie your little bow, and then I double knot that as well. And there you have it. Yeah, I mean, it makes a ton. So I'm gonna have enough probably to fill maybe about 6 more of these. So if you're making these for yourself at home, which this would be a really fun, you know, last trimester, maybe last few weeks of pregnancy project to do. It smells amazing. And you know, it's always nice to make stuff for you and like making that extra effort to take care of yourself postpartum. You know, just giving yourself the extra love and whatever. Yeah, it's nice to just have that, and then also have it on standby. You know, telling other ones who is like taking care of you, like, hey, this is how you make it. Super easy. It's 8 cups of water. You boil it, you put it in, let it steep for about 30 minutes, and you make sure that it is cool. This is cool to be like a warm to the touch. You don't want it to be hot when you use it as a warm compress. You want it to be manageable. You don't want to burn yourself. So you can just like set this to the side, you know, have them fill up your peri bottle or run you that really nice bath whenever you just had your baby. It's just like an extra nice like self-love, self-care step to make sure that you are taken care of in your postpartum. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I don't think so. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and give it a like, or leave me a comment. And if you don't want to make these yourself, but you are interested in purchasing them, I do sell them in packs of 3 on my website, which is thegardenbirth.com. Yeah, I also have some really awesome other products on there. I have a postpartum tea, I have pregnancy tea, I have a postpartum roller, which is really great for postpartum after pains. It's got a lot of warming oils and they feel amazing. And it's not just good for postpartum, it's good for any menstrual cramps or any cramps or muscle pain in general. But it is geared mostly towards like feminine cramping. And I also do make a couple tinctures that should be on there soon. I have one that is for afterbirth cramps as well, and it works amazing for even just menstrual cramping. I just used it, worked wonderful, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys give this a try as well. Like if you try this out and you love the results, like I'd love to know. Let me know, leave a comment. All right, so I'm gonna hop off of here and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.